Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week 4 of the NPBL, where your Lincoln Lanturns face off against the Canton Krookodiles, coached by Rich. Um, Rich is a great battler, and I'm expecting a good one here today. Um, just going into it here, Rich has a roster of Keldeo, Dugtrio, Arcanine, Zoroark, Registeel, Zebstrika, Megalodios, Hippowdon, Tapu Bulu, Passimian, and Lycanroc Day. So he's got a little sand core in there. I did expect to see that. I predicted a team of Dugtrio, Hippo, Lycanroc, Megalodios, and the Keldeo. I did not expect to see the Arcanine, as I have ways to deal with that between my Seismitoad and my Zygarde, especially. But he brings it. I was kind of expecting a possible Bulu, Zoroark, and even like a Registeel if you wanted to take like a bulkier approach. Or even like a Zebstrika, I thought was even possible, but to a lesser extent. But anyways, that's his team that he brings, so I'm happy not to see the Zoroark actually. That thing could have been kind of spooky. I don't know. I don't have much experience playing against it, but the illusion ability is kind of cool. So yeah, looking at the team, I'm kind of thinking he's got the Hippo, Arcanine kind of defensive core there. He's gonna, trap my Coco with the Dugtrio. We are running the Shed Shell Coco this week just for that, as well as having U-turn if he is not a Scarf Dugtrio. So we shall see. Hippo, just fat rocks, Lycanroc, his Sand Sweeper, things a threat. And the Megalodios, some sort of Calm Mind, Stab. It gets Energy Ball, Ice Beam. He might want Hidden Power Fire on there for the Scizor. My 4 quad weaknesses really kind of force some interesting prep from my opponents. So yeah, it's just kind of cool. I'll just give you a brief summary of my team. I am bringing the Swift Swim Seismitoad with the Mystic Water. I've got Rain Setter Mesprit. I've got Physical Coco, bulky setup Scizor, which really hurts his team pretty badly. I have an offensive Crobat and a bulky Serena kind of there for the Keldeo. So we'll go ahead and get right into it here. I'm thinking I just lead my Coco and we'll just see what happens here. I lead Coco as he's got the Hippo there. No way this thing outspeeds, even if he is Scarfed. I'm going to throw off a U-turn as he probably goes for the rocks. Team's really not too weak to rocks, so I'm not too worried about it, as he does. And Serena can take the incoming Earthquake. So here, expecting him to switch out, I go for the U-turn, trying to get some early momentum, as he does go into the Arcanine. And Arcanine's a bulky boy. He ends up being, I think, probably like a max HP, max defense. He revealed his set later. I knew he was some sort of bulky. As he goes for a Wisp, I'm fine with that. My Mesprit's support, and with some special attack, I get up my rocks. I do have the Rain Dance on here. He burns me. I'm fine with that. Like I said, I just throw off a Psychic. Gonna scout damage. He probably has the Morning Sun on here, I'm thinking, but that's okay. The Morning Sun in the sand, not really the best way to go there. Only healing up 25% there, but and the rocks are going to chip down everything on his team. Break sashes, sash Lycanroc, wear the Arcanine down. I'm going to switch out and keep my Mesprit somewhat healthy. I go into my Seismitoad. This is my sweeper. Just wanted to kind of scare him out here. I set up my own Rain Dance. I'm going to outspeed, but being in on the Keldeo, I figured he was probably some sort of... I figured he maybe Scarf Keldeo. Wasn't exactly sure of his item, but I figured HP Grass would be a great move for him this week. Run Water Stab, Fighting Stab, and then it does get access to Icy Wind. So I figured it would probably be... he wouldn't put HP Fire on it. He'd just throw off a water attack against the Scissor and perhaps Scald. So HP Grass incoming. Not time to sweep yet. So I'm going to switch out here into the Serena. It's my dedicated check to this guy. Serena's not really meant to do much this match. Just kind of take some hits, pivot around. Takes it really well. Lefty's recovery. Really back up to where I started there. Arcanine incoming. I'm going to fire off a Power Whip. Keldeo's a threat. Just a decent chunk, but not really. And then, so yeah, I got an Arcanine facing me down here against the Serena. The Rain is going to weaken his fire attacks, but I'm going to keep that Serena around for the Keldeo. And perhaps the Lycanroc to Dugtrio. It just does well against his team defensively. So I'm going to go into my Rain Sweeper. Is again, I do have a lot of physical attackers, so Will-O-Wisp is a smart bring by Rich. I say oof in the chat, kind of doing a little bluff in there. I am a special Seismitoad. I'm going to fire off that Hydro Pump. Boom! Crit. That is unfortunate. Rain boosted Mystic Water Hydro Pump, though, is going to hurt. He did not have his Mega Evolution off just yet. I'm going to make it an aggressive switch into the Koko. You really shouldn't be switching Koko into attacks, but, I'm going to get after it a little weak. I'm bringing Swift Swim Seismitoad. I got to go for it. So he is packing the Energy Ball, goes for it. I do not take that very well. I mean, it's a Mega Lottie, so that's to be expected, but as you'll see the damage. Mega Evolves. I was thinking maybe he would go for just Dragon Stab or a Calm Mind or something, as I am going to outspeed and go for a U-turn and smack that Dugtrio hard. Crit, it didn't really matter. I know that's easy to say for me, but U-turn was going to do a very large chunk, and then, I'm going to go into my Scissor, and Bullet Punch is going to kill it regardless. This Dugtrio has no bulk. Final Gambit, nice. And so I don't get a kill there with the Scissor, which is unfortunate. I always want to pad those stats. I go for a Knockoff, thinking that he may want to keep that around to trap my Koko. Getting rid of some items, but again, the Final Gambit. So he brings in the Hippo, sets the Sand. He's probably got the Fire Fang because everybody loves Fire Fang against Scissor. Knockoff, get rid of that Lefties. There's the Fire Fang. I'm a pretty bulky Scissor, some attack investment. I roost up as he slacks off, so I was like, alright, perfect. I'm going to get out of here. Scissor's still at pretty good health now. Into the Mesprit. He slacks off again. I don't know if that was his best play. I would have kept the offensive pressure on there with the Fire Fang. But he slacks off again. And then so I can come in here and set the Rain. Try to get Seismitoad back in here and do some work. And I am running the Damp Rock Mesprit, by the way. Psychic to get some damage off, and it takes out the Latios. Threat gone. This is great. So Dugtrio and Mega Latios. Two big threats out of the way here. He resets the Sand. Immediately doubles into the Lycanroc as I just go off for the Rain Dance. Mesprit's getting weak. I'm just going to let this guy go down. I got the Rain up. He goes Hippo. So be it. As he hits the Stone Edge and I go down. I fired off a Psychic there for damage. In comes Seismitoad. Come on, buddy. Here I went for the Earth Power, as it KO'd the Lycanroc, and it's 100% accurate. Had I gone for the Hydro Pump, I would have put this Keldeo down low enough where I would have been able to kill with another Hydro Pump in the next turn. But as you see, I go for the Earth Power, and I think, that was a mid-roll. He's probably has some bulk in the Keldeo. I'm aware of that. I decide to go for the Hydro Pump. I'm in. My Rain Setter's gone. It's Swift Swim Seismitoad. Mystic Water, you got to go for it. Just missed out on the KO. I think that was a low roll. Because I considered Keldeo was already revealed to be HP Grass. I knew Seismitoad was going down. Had I got that KO, I think I just would have won with the Seismitoad, which would have been Heat, but alas, not. Oh, so sad. I should have ran Life Orb this week. I just wanted a little bit more longevity, a little bit more bulk. Didn't want that recoil, but damn. So, Serena incoming. I am getting worried about the Stealth Rocks chipping my team down a little bit. I didn't go Coco because Hippo could just kind of switch in, and forced to maybe U-turn because I did have Wild Charge. But so I went Serena, and figuring that would do the trick there. He goes Arcanine, so I'm going to pivot out. And so now is the time for Crobat to come in. And I knew he was like a max HP defensive set, but my Crobat's adamant this week. Take him out with the Brave Bird. And then I've got to keep my Crobat kind of healthy. It's actually now at this point, it's dead to an Accelerock. I pivot into the Serena as he makes a nice double into the Lycanroc. I can live a hit, I'm thinking. I'm a little more Spadef, but I was a mixed defensive set. He fires off the Z move. Rich, very much still in this. He was getting kind of down on himself in the chat, but he had a very real chance to still win this. It's a 3-3 game with Sand up, Sand Sweeper in. Scissor does kind of body him. Bullet Punch does KO. I'm going to predict him to switch out into the Hippo, actually, but he just he sacks the Keldeo, which is that's a fine play. I'm going to predict that. I'm going to show the SD. Keldeo gone. Mesprit gets a kill there with the rocks. So Scissor, SD, I'm at +2, and I'm in a good position here. Now, I can still lose this. That's a 43% as he goes for Fire Fang. 43% with the Bullet Punch. He's sitting at 39. I depending on his set, if he was a max HP, max defense, I could possibly not KO this Hippo here, but I have to go for it. I can't roost with the Fire Fang. Flinching or burning me would be devastating. I have to go for this Bullet Punch. But if I do not kill him here, he wins with Lycanroc. I'm killing my Coco. And my Crobat. And Bullet Punch. And we do get it. And I'm feeling good. I am aware that he can get the Accelerock. I do resist that, I believe, or it's neutral. I'm pretty bulky. And he does get the Sucker Punch, but I'm bulky. I take him out with the Bullet Punch. Scissor, showing its strength. Proto, the Mega Scissor. I did not have time to nickname my mons this week. I forgot about that, but Proto, the Mega Scissor, coming through, keeping it around longer than turn 4 this week, and it shows its worth. GG to Rich. Well played game. I brought the heat, or the rain, as you might call it, with the Swift Swim Seismitoad. Had a lot of fun with that set. I may bring it next week. Who knows? It's a powerful set for sure. It's to be respected. Seismitoad is not coming max HP, max defense every single week. It's a threat. You watch out for it. This is Marv from Team Stealth Rocks. We play Ivan, coach of the Chicago Chadots, next week. That should be a good one. And I believe we are sitting at 3-1 with a +9 differential. So we're sitting pretty nice. Ivan, 1-2, has not played his week 4 match as of yet. He could be 2-2 next week. He is in playoff contention here as of right now. So, good game to Rich. He's a buddy of mine. I think he may be doing some roster changes in the coming days. I think it is needed. We got to reevaluate what's going on there. I'm going to help him out there. But yeah, I very easily could have lost that game. Not my finest game, but we played pretty darn well, as did Rich. So again, GG. This Team Stealth Rocks. Rock 'em, sock 'em. It's the best move in the game, yo. Peace.